In from not having played very much from sort of longer term injuries. It's great to get some minutes into them and great for them to put in a performance that they can be proud of.
Say you've not been thinking about the last ones, but I mean the last couple in particular have been real gut punches, haven't they? The way you've lost them, so to come out doing what you've done tonight must give you a real pride of what the team have shown after the disappointment.
Yeah, I think those were gut punches for Saturday evening, and then we switched to this. I think winning tonight was always going to be big, whether we'd won on Saturday or not. So I think the nature of it, I think if I look back over the last few games, the way the boys have carried out the game plan, the detail of the game plan, to go a goal down at Ellen Road and to show the quality and the belief in the game plan to carry it out perfectly and get 3-1 up is a big achievement. I think to be 2-0 up against Antonio Conte's Spurs is a big achievement. And we spoke the last few days about making sure we manage the end of the game better. And the boys got a great test this evening. To be 2-0 up and it to go to 2-1 was a real test for them. And I was interested on the sideline, very calm, but just interested to say, okay, we spoke about this for a couple of days. We know it's something we need to improve. What a great test. And yeah, they saw it out really well.
Frank Lampard said he'd learned how strong his squad was tonight, making all those changes. He made 9, brought some other players off the bench as well. What you sort of learned about those 4 players tonight who haven't had any chance to prove something? Yeah,
I always say the same about them. They're all very, very important to me. I've said that from day one. I know people may believe me, may not. They're all equally as important to me. And that shows this evening. I knew they could perform. So yeah, when I spoke to them before the game, it was like I expect it to be exactly as it always is. Boys, like, because we've made changes makes no difference. Needs to look like us. Needs to be high intensity. We need to be good with the ball. Yeah, there's so many of them that come out with so much credit.
Just someone a couple of players got the chances tonight. June Stanislas came on his first goal, I think, since March 2021. I mean, if he can fit, how big can he be for this group for the rest of the season?
Just delighted for Junior. Delighted to get him for an hour. We got some real good work in, showed some quality, showed what he could bring to the group. So yeah, really, really pleased for him. As I say, there was loads of really good performances, to be fair.
Just on Dembele as well, a goal and a couple of goals when he came on. I mean, can he feel a bit hard done by not having more chances in the league? Just one sort of appearance, and he's showed what he can do when he gets the chances.
Yeah, I'm not sure how he feels. You'll have to ask him. I think he understands that the squad is the squad and that he's important to me, and yeah, we use people for things that we think will help. Dem's obviously put in a really good performance tonight. He's a talented boy, has real strengths. So yeah, it was good to see him come on and do well.
Just lastly, from the last year, there's been sort of reports say that this could be your last week in charge of the club as opposed to Luton. I think Luton with you again. I mean, how far ahead do you know what the plans are?
No, my plans are to try and put some more points on the board on Saturday. Look back over the last 10 games, we have 10 points. If I look at where the individuals are now compared to where they were when I picked them up at Liverpool after the Liverpool game, there's been the improvements have been huge in individuals. I think there's so many of them that have come on so much. We've looked a goal threat. We've been in every single game. Maybe apart from the last 4 minutes at West Ham or whatever it was, once it goes 2-0. And there are still things we need to improve. Seeing out football matches has obviously been one of them. Wasn't one that I knew before, but you don't expect to go 2 goals up too often in the Premier League, and now I know that is an area we need to improve, and it will be improved.
Gary, does it give you any psychological advantages going ahead for Saturday, or is it just another game now in your mind?
Yeah.
All new teams.
Yeah, I don't think it'll have any bearing. I think they're a fantastic team. I think even you see the amount of changes they made this evening, and still a hell of a lineup Frank puts out. So yeah, they're a very strong team. The game on Saturday will be completely different, I'm sure. Probably both teams tonight not wanting to give too much away in shapes and what we usually do as well, I would guess. So yeah, it'll be a very, very different game and another difficult one for us.
Do you face it as just another game in the light of, the big break and everything, and you're not quite sure what's going to be happening to you, of course? Do you just face it as another game? Yeah, I
treat them all as massive games, so it's just another one of those. It's one where, as you know, every time I speak to you guys, my only my only focus is to put as many points on the board as I can for Bournemouth, and to make sure that the lads are always in a good place. So we will go full tilt from now to Saturday, and as always, see where the chips land.
Vacancy does come there with Nathan James going to Southampton. If that were to happen, would you be interested at all in Luton if they approached you?
I've fully focused on the Everton game at the weekend. No interest in discussing other jobs. I'm doing a job at the moment that I love. I'm really grateful to the football club, to Bournemouth Football Club, for allowing me so long in charge of this team. I've thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'm going to enjoy the next 4 days, and then let's worry about what happens to Gary O'Neill after that. My full focus at the minute is making sure that the team are ready.
Adrian? Gary, you mentioned earlier on about speaking to the players about being 2-0 up, seeing the lead out, and you were interested to see how they responded. What can you say to them when you're trying to sort of prep them for being in that scenario again? Is it as simple as don't do it again, or there's got to be more?
No, there are errors. There are errors we make in the 2 games that lead to changes in momentum and lead to us having to deal with more defensive situations than we should. And it's an interesting one, actually. I remember I was watching the Tottenham-Liverpool game on Sunday, and when Tottenham make it 2-1, Liverpool are under the pump exactly the same as we are. And you have a top-class manager there with top-class players on the bench. There's not always a fix. It's not always, I'll make this sub, change this shape. It's more than that. It's working with the group. If you ask me a definite way to fix how we see out games, it's working with the group and working on their understanding of situations, how you manage situations. So yeah, there's so much to it, and I think that Tottenham-Liverpool game was just they hang on by the skin of their teeth, Liverpool against Tottenham. The couple of centimetres here or there, and it can be very, very different. So it's not easy to do, definitely not easy to do. But there are things that as a group we need to do better in those moments, and that they did a lot of them. Not enough of them again this evening. There were still things I saw that I didn't like, but in the main it was a lot better.
Cool, thanks guys. Cheers.
Thank you very much, guys. Cheers.